Bless you, Hudson.
How can you encourage him? Why, this is the most ridiculous thing I've seen in all my years in China. Why, it's an absolute sacrilege.
Mr. Taylor! Oh. You, honor us, Mr. Taylor. Oh.
You are truly one of us.
Aren't you being somewhat of an exhibitionist? Zeal is a commendable attribute. God knows most church people could use more of it. But zeal in itself can dilute every good intention. The Chinese in the street must think you're a clown. A bank draft from your mission. It just covers the loans we've extended. I presume you want us to grant another loan.
Is there any mail for me?
As a matter of fact, yes.
My God shall supply all your need. Lord, teach me more of what it means to rest in thy will.
Oh, yes, here we are. We could perhaps make a small loan.
Not today, Mr. Darcy. But thank you.
Do you have money?
谢谢。
I just happened to see you.
No, it didn't just happen, John. God knew I needed you.
From the girl in England?
Yes.
先生，
谢谢。
用茶。
What does it mean to you, John? To be totally committed to Jesus Christ? Self? Ambitions? Uncertainties? Everything committed to Him. Here I am, in China, a missionary. The place and position where I thought the fulfillment of my very dreams would occur.
But Hudson, remember when you told me how you tested back in England? How you sought opportunity to live by faith? Like the time the doctor you were working for forgot to pay your salary. You were so determined to trust God you wouldn't ask Him for it. And you gave away your last coin to help a starving family.
It is one thing to trust the Lord for our material needs. I thank Him for the experiences He has allowed me to have in that. But I have a greater need. I can't explain it. I'm aware of God's presence in my life. He is the delight of my very soul. But there's something missing.
I stopped when I saw you because of our friendship, but I also brought some information. How would you like to minister in a village that's never been visited by any of the missionaries?
My mission is considerably behind in my salary. I wouldn't... Go ahead with your tea.
I don't mean to pry into your personal affairs, but isn't that a letter from George Mueller?
Mr. Mueller prays for me.
When that man talks to God, all heaven falls silent.
John Burden and I are in Sungming. It's an island city in the Yangtze. A substantial gift from George Mueller made it possible for me to come. I cannot tell you how much it means to know my family is holding me up before the Father's throne, as He again and again supplies my needs. Even though Shanghai is only 30 miles from this island community, no one has come here before to present Christ to these people. They are truly delightful, the people in Sungming. China is a culture rich in tradition, which happens to be quite different from our own. My medical training, limited though it is, opens the door to many hearts. As you know, the Western world has left a bad impression upon the Chinese mind. There's such skepticism. However, slowly but surely we are winning the confidence of these dear people. Do what you can to persuade Elizabeth. What a ministry she would have among the women of this great country.
Oh, John. If I had 1,000 lives, I'd give them all for China. You're a great soul, Hudson. I'm much the better man for having known you. Much the better Christian. How good it was of you suggesting we come to Sungming. I feel as though, for the first time in some ways, I am finally able to do the work of a missionary. You'll become a man of great faith. No, John. God isn't looking for men of great faith. Only some common souls like you and me who are willing to trust in His great faithfulness. I often wonder what that word means. Trust. Sometimes I think I knew more about it before I came to China. I remember a minister with whom I spoke of the faith of the early apostles. I told him I would like to be able to do what they did, to go with neither purse nor scrip. I'll never forget what he told me. "Ah, my boy," he said, "it's older. You will get wiser than that. Such an idea would be fine when Jesus Himself was on earth, but not now." Well, the Lord taught me tithing in those days, to set aside the first fruits for Him. But in my work as a medical assistant, I received a very small salary. And when I took 10% from it, I didn't have sufficient funds to cover my expenses. So what did you do? I found cheaper accommodations and learned that I could live on much less than I had previously thought possible. So many times God supplied my needs. Anonymous gifts. God's supply at just the moment of need. I feel as though I know so little about fully trusting Him. I don't think it's how little you know, Hudson. It's how much more you want to know. It's your capacity for what the Lord is going to do for you and through you.
Was there anything in the post for me? Only this letter from John. He's coming to Ningpo soon. I'm so happy. We'll be finalizing our wedding plans. As I told you, John has been with Hudson Taylor in Sungming. They had a wonderful time until some opposition arose.